Genesis chapter 29 out of the Passion Translation. Jacob meets a woman at the well. Verse 1. Jacob resumed his journey and entered into the land east of Canaan. One day, Jacob came to a well out in the open country where the shepherds watered their animals. 3 flocks of sheep and a goat were lying near the well, which had a large, heavy stone covering the opening. Whenever all the flocks gathered there, the shepherds would roll away the stone from the mouth of the well, water their sheep, and then roll the stone back over the top of the well. Jacob approached them and said, "Good day, friends. Where are you from?" "We're from Haran," they answered. "Do you happen to know Laban, a grandson of Nahor?" Jacob said. "We do," they replied. Jacob asked, "How's he doing?" "He's doing well," they answered. "As a matter of fact, here comes his daughter Rachel right now with her flock." Jacob said to them, "Look, it's not time for the animals to gather together here. It's the hottest hour of the day. Let's go ahead and water the sheep, then you can go and pasture them." They replied, "First, we have to wait until all the flocks are gathered. After that, the stone needs to be rolled away from the mouth of the well. Then we'll water the animals." While they were still speaking, Rachel the shepherdess drew near to the well with her father's sheep. As soon as Jacob took one good look at Rachel, the beautiful daughter of his uncle Laban, he quickly went over to the mouth of the well and single-handedly rolled away the stone and watered all the flocks of his uncle Laban. Immediately he walked up to Rachel and kissed her. Unable to hold back his tears, Jacob wept aloud. After he composed himself, he explained to Rachel, "I'm your father's nephew, your aunt Rebekah's son." Upon hearing this, Rachel ran to tell her father. When Laban heard the news that his nephew Jacob had arrived at the well, he ran to greet him. Laban hugged and kissed Jacob and welcomed him into his home. After Jacob told him the story of all that had happened, Laban said to him, "Certainly you are my own flesh and blood." Jacob stayed with him for an entire month and worked for him. Jacob marries Leah and Rachel. Verse 13. Afterward, Laban said to Jacob, "Just because you're my relative doesn't mean I expect you to work for nothing. Tell me, what do you want your wages to be?" Now Laban had 2 daughters. The older was Leah, the younger was Rachel. Rachel had a lovely figure and was gorgeous, but Leah's eyes were weak. Jacob had fallen in love with Rachel, so he answered Laban, "I will serve you for 7 years for the hand of your youngest daughter Rachel." Laban replied, "I'd rather give her to you than to some other man. Stay and work for me." So Jacob served Laban for 7 years in exchange for Rachel. But because he loved her so deeply, the 7 years seemed only a few days. After the 7 years, Jacob said to Laban, "My time is fulfilled. Give me your daughter so that I may marry her and sleep with her." So Laban prepared a wedding feast and invited all the people of the surrounding area. That night, Laban tricked Jacob by bringing his older daughter Leah to Jacob's tent, and he slept with her on his wedding night. Laban assigned Zilpah to be Leah's servant. When Jacob woke up the next morning, he was shocked to find Leah lying next to him. So he confronted Laban and said, "What have you done to me? Didn't I serve you those 7 years for Rachel? Why have you tricked me?" Laban answered, "It's not our custom here to give the youngest daughter in marriage before the older daughter is married. Wait until this bridal week of festivities is over, then I'll give you Rachel, but you must serve me for another 7 years." Jacob complied with Laban's request after he completed the prescribed week of Leah's wedding feast. Laban gave his daughter Rachel to be his wife, and he slept with her. Rachel was his true love, not Leah. Laban assigned Bilhah as his daughter Rachel's servant, and Jacob remained there serving Laban for another 7 years. Leah's 4 sons. Verse 31. When Yahweh saw that Leah was unloved, he opened her womb, but Rachel remained childless. Leah conceived, gave birth to a son, and named him Reuben, saying, "Because Yahweh looked upon me with compassion in my misery, surely my husband will love me now." She conceived again and gave birth to a son and named him Simeon, saying, Yahweh has heard that I am despised, and in his mercy he has given me this son also. Leah conceived a third time, giving birth to a son, and named him Levi, saying, This time my husband will be joined to me, because now I have given him 3 sons. Once again Leah conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Judah, saying, This time I will praise the Lord. Then she stopped bearing children for a while.